Us.
Sa.
Us, welcome to another episode of Feed 'em Brah.
That's it.
With comedians Zack, Dyer and Tim Hewitt. A weekly show where we discuss the lives of men and women sometimes as well. Around the world and around the country. We're just getting used to we're in a new setting yet again. We've kind of like, it's kind of like the fusion of studio and lounge room.
Yes. Yeah, so we're now in a new part of the studio. We're on couches.
Yeah.
And I don't want to, let everyone peek behind the curtain a little, but I'm on a couch and Zack's in a sort of big chair.
It's a big chair.
And
a big armchair.
I sat in the armchair first.
It wasn't man enough for the chair.
And my legs were swinging.
Dangling off like you're sitting on a bridge.
Yeah. I felt like a little toddler in a high chair. And I thought, I'm not sure. I don't know if I'll be able to.
Yeah.
I like to be as uncomfortable as possible podcasting.
Well, it keeps you on your toes.
On your toes.
You can't get too comfortable riffing.
Yeah.
Although actually, I feel like I'm the exact opposite. I'm excited about this lounge room situation because I'll be able to really kick back in this big chair.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a sort of great look. You can sort of see this is like a granddad in his favourite chair.
Yeah.
Pop's got his favourite chair.
Yeah, don't sit in fucking Poppy's chair, mate.
Don't sit in Poppy's chair.
There'll be hell to pay.
He's got his, TV guide tucked up in that.
Yeah. Well, he's got his TV guide that's 4 months old, which really is just a cover for the form guide, which he keeps hidden from your grandmother.
Yes. And he has one of the biggest television remotes you've ever seen.
Yeah.
There's 8 of them for some reason. He doesn't know what any of them does.
Yeah.
Every time you go
4 buttons.
Yeah, every time you go over there, you got to sort of help him out.
Yeah.
Something's happened to the DVD player, and you're like, how the fuck do you even have a DVD player?
Yeah, you don't have any DVDs.
Yeah,
Poppy.
he does have. It's no DVDs. But yeah, it's what it is. And these televisions, you've never heard sound like it.
No.
The volume is, God, it is cranked.
Yeah, and it's crazy because the TV isn't underwater, but sounds like it is.
Yeah, there's sort of a tinny reverberation that he loves.
Yeah, well, he doesn't seem to hear it. He doesn't seem to hear much like that's over a certain frequency.
Yeah, it's like Channel 7 News cranked, but also that crazy big yellow teletext.
Yeah,
that's like 5 seconds delay.
Yeah.
Over half the screen.
Deaf people have like really been treated well the past few years with technology. Hey, because like the first iterations of like closed captions
treated too well. You reckon?
Yeah, I think we should start cutting some of it back.
Did you see?
Well, we can talk all the shit that we want about deaf people on this.
Oh, true. Well, that's why we got the video for deaf
That's
people.
true. Yeah. But I'm not. That's YouTube AI generated captions, so
it can
bit of plausible deniability right there, mate.
That's true. Sam Newman. I think he has a podcast where he just tees off each week. And I saw some snippet of it. Someone posted it, and it was like he was going off about like signing, like people doing sign language for fucking important COVID stuff and all that. And he's like, why do they need that? And they're like, well, and he's offsider. He's also, some grumpy old guy. He's like, well, they need it, Sam, because I can't hear. And he's like, nah. He's like, well, what about? He's like, well, why don't they just turn it up? And he's like, they're deaf. He's like, yeah. Like he just kept.
He's not thought about it at all. Just like something else I can rally against.
Yeah, he's like, oh, seriously. It's like, yeah, they can't hear. It's like that's the sort of intellect you have to come up against.
Yeah, that would be a sick show to do. It's just like pick every week, or I don't know how often he does it every day. You just pick something to be mad about.
Yeah,
but you don't look into it.
Oh no.
You just, what? I haven't fucking seen that before. What do people need? I don't need that.
Yeah.
Who needs that? God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. What, next you'll be letting them park closer to the supermarket. Fuck me dead.
Seriously. Yeah, I think he did do something like that. He's like, and they're allowed to drive? And he's like, yeah, well, they're deaf. They can still see. He's like, yeah, well. It's such a cool thing that, like, there's so many of them, and the grift is just to get mad.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, you're like, okay, time to lock in.
Yeah. Do you think, like, people crave that? Like, that's why it's, there's so many of them? Or do you think, like, they've created the appetite for that?
Yeah, I guess so. I think, well, yeah.
Because I would love to be there one day. Like, once I'm old enough and, like, have enough opinions, I would love to be just an angry old cunt.
Oh, yeah.
Just going off about nothing.
It must feel fucking awesome, right? Because it's like, I'm doing the thing I love.
Complaining.
Being annoyed.
Yeah.
Not only that, I get paid a fucking shitload for it.
Yeah.
It's really the perfect
And other
way.
angry old people agree with me.
Yeah, and they'll parrot
And
that back to
not only that, there's lots of other people who don't agree with me, and I love that.
Yeah.
Because I'm a fucking angry old man. I love being challenged.
Yeah, well, it's no fun if you've got a hot take and everyone agrees with you.
Exactly.
Like, well, wait. Oh. Oh, God, I've taken the wrong take.
Yeah.
If no one's mad, you haven't done you haven't got your angle right.
Yeah, that's true. Man, do you want to hear about my gig?
Yes.
I teased it before we started recording, but I gave you no details so as to reveal them.
Yes, I want to hear them
on the podcast. So our friend of the show, Jack Druce, he booked me to do a gig with him a few months ago, and it was for for Vic Big Ride, which is,
what is that?
It's a big bike ride basically.
Oh, okay.
It's a bunch of cyclists. They all get together, and there was fucking heaps of them, man. There was heaps of fucking people here, and I guess they do a big ride. It's in the name, I guess.
Yeah. Do you have a kilometre amount?
Well, I do. All right,
Okay.
I'll get to it.
It's all will be revealed.
Yeah. So Drucey booked me a while ago because I've got a car and I can drive.
If you're listening to this podcast, how do I get into stand-up comedy?
Yeah.
Like, is there a comedy course I can take? No. Your greatest asset into getting gigs will be own a mid-2000s Toyota Camry.
Yeah.
Be willing to drive to Bendigo.
Yeah, 100%.
That is maybe the main elements of helping you in your comedy career.
I mean, that's actually fucking true. Having a car and a license puts you at like so much of it at an advantage over any other act starting out. So yeah, that's very, very good advice.
Being relatively normal in a car.
Yeah.
You could go far.
Don't be a fucking punish, and you can really, really be like a mediocre comedian in this country.
The sky's the limit if you want to, really clean up. About $100 for about 3 hours driving. You can get out, do a few gigs in Dandenong. This will be a powerful asset.
Yeah. This will be very, very good for you. So Drucey books me for this, right? So I'm like, yep, no worries. We'll drive out. Sounds good to me. The money was fine. Road trip with one, me mate Drucey.
The mate, yeah.
Not bad at all. Although, if listeners at home have been paying attention, I recently been having some car issues.
Yeah.
Right? So I had to message Drucey earlier last week. I said, Drucey, we've got a problem.
My one asset I was bringing to the table.
My one thing that's got me booked on this gig is now gone. What do we do?
How's that coming along, by the way?
I'm fucking... Well, we know now that it is a leaking injector seat with possible damage to the head, hopefully not. And I'm trying to get it booked in to a diesel mechanic.
Your car's got CTE.
Yeah, it's been...
Bit of damage to the head,
It's been knocked around the head.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Right, so Mazda can't get it until later the month. and this cunt couldn't do it because he's not like a specialised diesel mechanic. And all the cunts I've rang today either aren't taking bookings before the end of the year because why would ya?
Nah.
Or they just do trucks and shit. Anyway, so that's still an issue in my life. Thanks for asking.
Just checking in, brother.
Yeah, thank you, mate. Thank you so much. Right, so we didn't have a car, but luckily we managed to borrow Jonathan Schuster's car.
Okay.
Another friend of the show.
Yes.
So we're whipping in the Mazda, right? It's about fucking...
Mazda only.
Yeah. I actually borrowed Luca's car to get here. Another Mazda.
Yeah, important stuff.
Shout out to Mazda. Give me a discount on fucking whatever my car's going to cost you, cunts.
We are big Zoom guys.
Yeah. Huge Zoom guys.
When I first heard them sort of launch their new slogan as Zoom, I was like, fuck yeah.
Well, whenever you hear it like, Zoom. You get tingles down my spine.
You must get fucking chills,
Yeah,
brother.
it's fucking crazy. Anyway, it's a 3-hour drive. So we drive up there to this big ride, right? And the weather as we're going is going to shit. We get there. It's been pissing down rain. So the venue has changed, right? Usually this is like a campsite type setup, which they were camping, but now instead of a big tent we were performing in a big shed.
Yeah, great.
Right? So everyone had just...
Well, things are moving up.
Absolutely.
Really, this is all sounding better on paper.
Yeah. Yeah, very, very good. So we get there, there's fucking kids everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's just like families and shit. And they just all had their dinner, or they're still eating their dinner, right? Someone, like, they'd done a big cook up. They're all fucking eating dinner. They just announced something.
It sounds like one of the rare times you could potentially get a bit of damper.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
A big Australian bike ride in a shed.
Yeah.
Guys, good news. That weird fucking bread you can only have on school camp.
Yeah.
We've got it.
The damper made it through the weather.
Yeah.
So there's like, I don't know, 150, 200 people in this fucking shed. They're all eating. They'd just done some announcement. They'd announced that the route has, like, for tomorrow has changed.
Oh, no.
And she told us that as if, like, some kind of fucking died on the road today. She's like, I'll just let you know, like, we've just told them that the route for tomorrow has changed. So, so just bear that in mind. Anyway.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. It was fucking bizarre.
Is it going to make the ride harder or not as fun?
No idea. So she's...
Fucking hell.
The lady was there doing some, like, announcements or whatever. Everyone's just eating.
Also, just a little side note. So brutal that you're not even doing this at the end of the fucking ride.
No,
They've still got more to go.
Exactly. Yeah. Right, so they'd all just ridden 100 kilometres today. But today's route was 100 kilometres, so they're all fucked. Right, eating dinner. They don't they don't want to see a comedy show.
No, they want to hook into the big ladle of chili con carne.
Yeah, exactly. Wash it down with a few fucking hydrolyte satchels.
Yeah.
Anyway, so she just brings me up. She's like, oh, we got some comedy here for you guys tonight. And here's Zack Dyer. She brings me on stage. Like, no one's paying attention. No. The people that are paying attention, they're just, like, being polite.
Yeah.
And, like, just the ultimate cherry on the top of this fucking hellacious gig is at the front, like, right in front of the stage, at the very front table is probably, like, 8 teenage boys.
Oh, the lads.
Yeah, the fucking lads right there.
And I assumed these teenagers, I assume they were so excited to be dragged along on this bike ride.
Oh, yeah. They were fucking stoked to be there.
They'd be there with parents.
One's name was Jaquesis.
Far out.
Jaquesis Birmingham.
Jaquesis.
Drusy found out his name because he's like, he was speaking to him and he's like, what's your name? He's like, oh, Jaquesis. I'm South African.
Oh, okay.
And then that's why Drusy asked him his last name. He's hoping it was going to be like Von Bickendong or something, But it's Birmingham. Anyway, so like we got a pack of teenage boys. We got a bunch of fucking people not listening. So you're just like trying to do material. There's kids like getting around like selling raffle tickets. So I just took it upon myself to help them for a few minutes.
Yeah.
Luckily, I only had to do 15 minutes, which I fucking nailed on the head.
Yeah.
Just like, and I wasn't even, I just like felt it up there, And then I jumped off stage, Don't know how it went. It feels good though. Like when you do like a shitty gig like that and it's not your fault, you still feel like fucking G'd up afterwards. You're like, I've just done something. Anyway, I just threw Drusy up there and went and fucking vaped my little heart out inside the shed.
Yeah.
Although I must have done all right because while Drusy was on stage, maybe like 4 or 5 of the boys in the front came out and asked me to smoke weed with them.
What are these kids doing on this bike?
Yeah, I've got no idea.
Yeah.
And then Drusy
Their
did...
mum's like, did you remember to pack the trail mix? You pack your fucking sandwich bag of weed as well. Did they think you had it or they had
No,
some?
they had some, I think.
Oh, sick.
But I had to...
You had to drive.
I had to drive, yeah. I said, boys, I would fucking love
Boys,
to smoke
there's
weed with you right now.
nothing more I'd love to do than smoke weed with a couple of teenagers.
Yeah,
on a
with
big
some
bike
underage boys at a fucking bike riding event.
ride. There's nothing that sounds more chill on paper than blazing up with you, Jaquesis. Yeah. I don't know if this is the sort of thing that gets me on a list, but it shouldn't.
Yeah, no, it's just good value.
Yeah.
And Drusy did like half an hour. They fucking hated him. Like he got him at some points, but like by the end, like they were just like,
this is enough.
this is, yeah. And
Enough,
it's so bizarre to be in a situation where like we didn't want to be there. We didn't want to be doing it. The people around us didn't want it to be happening. But still, like, we had to do it.
Done.
Like, no one, like, there was no one around. Even the lady that booked us, I didn't even see her. She wasn't there.
Yeah, great.
Like, no one. There was fucking 300 people around. No one wanted the comedy show to be happening. We were up there going,
oh.
and then drove 3 hours home.
I mean, yeah, you do end up doing some of these things over the years. But, yeah, that sounds particularly fucked.
That was the worst one for a while.
Yeah.
Although it wasn't like no one was mad at us and no one was like cunty about it.
Well, that's almost the thing, right? Like, you know, it's like in your mind, you're like, I'm just going to go on. It's like, nah, you just sort of do 15 minutes of admin.
Exactly. Yeah. No, you just
patter.
You just
like,
get through it to say that you were there, so they'll still fucking pay you.
Can't swear, like you just sort of tap along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I always love emceeing when it's like horrific gigs like that. I really hope I'm emceeing.
Yeah.
Because I just sort of, I really will start leaning into being like, all right, so we got the comedians coming up soon. And just immediately sort of say, well, I'm not a comedian.
Yeah, you can't expect me to be funny.
You need to be funny, please.
But it was the fucking worst one for a while, hey? Like, just a fucking terrible, terrible gig.
Yeah, it sounds horrendous.
Yeah.
Absolutely horrific, to be
But
honest.
I was correct about the car ride being fun.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah, that's the main
6
thing.
hours with Drusy.
6 hours?
Fucking not bad at all,
Where
mate.
was it?
Like, there's a place called Yarram, which is out like past Wilson's Prom, sort of
Right.
fucking ages away. We saw, there's a theme park out there, though, called Gamboya Fun Park.
Okay.
And that looks good.
So what do we...
Well, I think they've got like Australian animals, maybe a few like roller coasters. Maybe not even a roller coaster. They had a giant peacock out the front.
Oh, okay.
So worth checking out.
I've never been, but whenever I'm driving up to the Gold Coast, I'm always intrigued as what's going in Aussie World. I've never ducked my head in Aussie World.
That's towards the Sunshine Coast, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got that Etamuga pub thing out the front.
Yeah.
Oh no. Hang on.
Shit.
We've had a mouth. Good. We're back.
I just fucking broke the microphone.
Mate, it happens.
Yeah, that's it. What were we talking about?
I was thinking about Aussie World, that's all.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Aussie World. It's tough to be a theme park in that area without being one of the big three, you know?
Yeah. Sort of the Gold Coast has all the glamour.
Yeah, exactly.
And then Sunny Coast is trying to tick along with the fucking
Aussie World
and what? The fucking, you know.
Have they got another
Budrum
one?
ginger beer place. Is there any rides? You can get some ginger beer, ginger lollies.
We got a golf cart we can take you for a strap on.
Yeah, you can sort of go around and look at the ginger. Oh, yeah. You can do heaps with this. Yeah, I don't know. Thai. Yeah, anyway, you get it.
Yeah.
It's fucking ginger. Yes. What have I been up to, mate? Not too much. Just running around, doing the gigs.
Yeah.
Playing cricket. Yes.
I heard you got smashed yesterday.
Yeah, not a great day.
I heard some fat cunt really fucking ballsed up a catch.
Oh.
They don't listen to this, do they?
Potentially. Oh, look, he was upset. He was upset. You know, it's tough. It can be a tough day in the dirt sometimes.
Yeah, that's sports for you, mate.
Yeah. Well, especially when you're like, it has been raining so much this week. There's no way. I don't think anyone had the mindset that we'd have to play.
Yeah.
And then the
call, right.
And then the message gets sent around like 8 a.m. It's like, I think we're going to play, guys. And you're like, come on, man.
Yeah, fuck off.
D grade should be the first to, you know. So the team that we played, the guy in that is like the president of the whole association we play in. Like, so he runs the entire competition.
Yeah.
And so I think he moves heaven and earth to make sure he always gets a goal, which is fucking sick. Like, we were supposed to play over at like some oval. It was supposed to be their home game.
Yeah.
But somehow he saw one of our pitches was like the only one in Melbourne that could have been used.
Yeah.
And so he decided to make it like two T20s.
Yeah.
So we had to start playing like 3:30, which was actually all right because I really thought it was going to be cancelled, so I had a few beers.
Yeah.
But then still, you're finishing cricket at like 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
That's sick. What a move by him. Just like find us the fucking only dry pitch in Melbourne.
Yeah, paid off. It's quite brutal because he is 70, I think. Like,
really?
He's old out there, and there's a few old boys in that team.
That's old as shit.
It is tough when they roll you.
Yeah, that sucks, dude.
Yeah,
you
it's
got beaten by a bunch of old cunts.
Yeah, I mean, they had a few young guys that did most of the damage, but
yeah,
it's tough.
Oh, well.
An old guy did try to run 2 on me, and I ran him out with Luca.
Yeah,
so
that fucking not good. Today, old cunt.
Not on me, mate.
Yeah.
Not on this arm, mate. Don't, you know. But yeah, it was classic stuff as always.
That's great. We got a lot of got a lot of feedback, a good feedback on last week's episode.
Yes, people loved the type of fellas who are chicks.
Yeah, and that's like we've only just really scratched the surface.
Yeah, there are more chicks. It's almost like we couldn't cover every type of chick in 50 minutes.
I thought we'd be able to. I thought we'd be fine. Like,
yeah.
it's like how many chicks could there be? Not that many. I barely speak to any of them.
Yeah, it's like 5 different types of chicks, in my opinion.
Yeah. But it turns out there's an entire world.
There's heaps out there, man. It's crazy, but yeah. And it's great because now my feed has also been infected by Christian women, and it's awesome.
What is it? MLM.
Yeah.
Multi-level marketing.
Multi-level marketing stuff. I saw a great one today, and it's like, what to do as a Christian woman at the gym. And she's still wearing like a crazy sort of sexy, leggings and stuff.
Yeah.
But it was blue and had a cross on the back and had her like John 3:16 like next to her pussy, I guess. But like on the the tights.
That's
and
so if you're trying to look at her pussy, you just get blasted with a Bible verse.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome, dude. That'll keep the devil at bay.
And she's like, in between reps, make sure to read your book and meditate on the Bible. And it's like, I'm listening to Christian rock in the headphones. And God, it's a great grift. Like,
yeah, maybe we should pivot.
Yeah.
Be Christian guys.
Yeah.
You reckon? Christian, let's become super Christian, super right wing.
For him, brah. For Jesus.
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. Everything we do is for him.
Yeah. For him, brah.
For him, brah. We sort of dedicate our. We could. It would be exciting if we got christened on air.
Yeah.
Video. We go to a beach. We take the pod mics.
Yeah.
We sort of get dunked.
Yeah. Put the pod mics on.
Speaking of, I can't believe.
Now we've hit a bit of fucking gold.
At Cooper's on Friday.
Yeah.
Small. Saturday was pumping. Friday was quiet.
Yep.
It was like, 30 people. And so I'm just, trying to do crowd work with anyone. First person I do crowd work with.
Yep. Christian guy.
I'm like, oh, what did you do today, mate? And he's like, oh, I just work from home. A few emails. I'm like, oh, yeah. I was like, oh, what do you do to work from home? He's like, oh, I run a church. I'm like, oh, cool. You know.
Yeah.
What am I going to do?
Cool.
Roast this guy with the first 30 seconds of the gig, just bury it. Because it's like, they're a quarter of the crowd.
Yeah.
If they're 60, I'd be, Def Jam roasting this guy. But,
Yeah.
You know.
Play
It's
to
a
the
quarter
audience.
of the income I made that week, so I can't be too mean. And I'm like, oh, yeah, shit, man. Yeah, it's like, surely you're going to be in the big man's house most of the time, for the work. But a few emails. And then it sort of just unraveled over there. Because then, the next person was Pete James. And he was very funny. He's like, what even email do you have for that? And then the guy just said the full email. I mean, he's really asking on him.
Yeah.
And said the full email, and then Lloyd was on next, and he just immediately Googles the church. And he's like, so the first thing when you type in the name of the church, he's like, whatever on the hill or whatever it is like controversies. And he's like, they do not like abortion. And it's just like, and then everyone else is like, oh boy, just roasting him. But they had the like classic Hillsong look, when they're like cool. Guys and their wife, and the sharp haircut, and
Yep.
like the cool denim jackets and shit.
Cool young Christians.
Yeah,
CYCs.
yeah. I think that they're me and Cam when we're in the car speaking. When you drive into a gig in a car.
Yeah.
Great time for riffs.
Magic happens.
It was just me and Cam James, and I think we spent a good 45 minutes just nutting out like these Christian guys, just like wear the cool jackets and stuff. Because Cam sort of grew up in the church and stuff. It was just this long ass character we were making, and it's just sort of like he's like just a guy that's way too into talking about fucking his wife. He's like, guys, you gotta wait till you're married, and then once you're married, man, you can do like doggy. He's like, anything goes. Once you're married, guys. He's like, I'm talking, her on top, backward, 69. But it's cool, guys. Like, you guys, like, can you imagine fucking how sick that would be? Just this cool preacher.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Back chair backwards, straddling it. Just like, imagine that, man.
Yeah. All you got to do is get married, guys.
Doesn't that want to make you get married, guys? So it's all cool. Under the eyes of the big man upstairs. Tiffany. Just pointing to the kids. You think Josh is hot, right? Just a preacher that's shipping. Yeah. Imagine how fucking hot you two would be. Like, you're sucking, then he's from behind sucking you. And that would all be so chill. Like, you could get married, like, so soon.
I could do it.
Like, you're nearly 18, like... We could do it right here, right now.
I'll do it.
Under the eyes of God, man. We're in his house right now.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
You don't need permission from your parents. I'm your preacher.
And I speak for everyone's parent.
Yeah. That's right. It was like, oh yeah, well, you're interested in threesomes and stuff. I don't need to have a threesome. Every time I have sex with my wife, it's a threesome because who's there? Jesus. Who's also in the room with us, sucking and fucking her? My man Jesus. Just fucking Sherpa jacket, like, it's chill. It's cool.
Yeah.
You can do all sorts of stuff. Anything you want.
So everyone at the gig roasted the Christian guys?
Yeah.
Were they loving it?
No.
They weren't?
I don't know.
Because sometimes they're like,
brave face,
well, because they're like the best at like, you could roast them and they'd still be like, yeah. Like they're really good at like just smiling, putting on the act. So I thought maybe they'd be like, they'd kind of like get into it just because it would be like unchristian to sort of sulk.
Yeah.
During
I think
the comedy
as Jordan
show.
was saying, she's like, I'm sure this might turn up in his next sermon,
Yeah.
Little Madonna Mike, he's there like, guys, we're at a comedy show and it was fun, but they were testing our faith.
Well, yeah. All I heard...
And they were sinners. You heard about it.
I heard about the Christians, right? Because they're the same Christians that baptized a fellow member of the comedy community last week.
Shit.
Yeah. So that's his church.
Tight.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I should have booked him. Fuck.
We actually should. That'd be fucking great. Because he's fully, like, he is in. He's actually, because, like, when he first, like, did a big post about converting to Christianity, I, like many others, were like, oh, this is a bit. But he's dead serious. He's, like, he's living the love of the Lord now.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. I wonder if he gave him the tip to go to the comedy show. Was he on? He wasn't on.
No. Would have loved him to have been on if I knew that.
Yeah, definitely.
Just,
give them something they like.
Yeah. In my mind, diversity in lineups is you also need to have like a crazy Christian.
A Christian guy, yeah.
To sort of balance out the sinners.
Yeah, maybe
and the lesbians I had on.
Yeah, we should look into booking him because we've been like speaking a lot about the Christians lately. It'd be good to get their perspective.
Have a perspective. Let the big man have a right of reply.
Yeah, definitely.
And by that I mean the comedian who's quite jacked, but also the man of God.
The biggest man.
The biggest man there is.
Yeah, he really is the biggest bloke.
Huge bloke, man.
Huge.
One of the biggest guys in that world.
Yeah, like there's no other like, because he's got he's got the big three. They all believe he's the same guy.
Yeah, that's
huge.
Cool. That's huge. Yeah, God. Yeah, because I guess it's kind of like your MJ LeBron type debate, with that sort of stuff. Like, the Jewish people, they're like, look, JC was all right, but he's not the GOAT.
Yeah.
We got someone better coming.
Yeah.
He's just got to wait. I wouldn't be calling him the son,
Yeah. And then people from Islam are like, man, like, don't get me wrong, JC, he was the GOAT. He was the guy.
He was the guy.
But, that was back in an era when, he was healing like plumbers and electricians and stuff.
He was healing, just regular, leprosy and shit. And
this new guy's fucking way better, man. He's
Mo.
sick.
Let's just call him Mo.
Yeah, Moe.
Moe. He's doing wild shit.
Yeah. Like I'll recognize they're both sons of the big fella.
They both did great shit.
But our guy's better.
Their era. Yeah, you can't compare eras. I'll just say that. Without getting too into it. But we can imagine, but then, I like the fringe guys, they're your mainstream guys. I like whatever the 100 gods in India are up to. Vishnu. He's pretty tight. He'd be a baller.
Krishna.
Which one's the elephant with 8 arms? That
I think that's Vishnu.
Yeah,
he's a sick cunt.
He'd have hoop dreams.
Oh, big time. I mean, imagine the handles on that cunt. He's got 8 arms, man. 8
arms and the trunk for shooting threes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and blocking shots.
Oh, my God.
Unfair.
Forget about it.
Yeah, forget Wemby. Vishnu.
Vishnu, yeah. Oh.
Vishnu to the NBA.
Oh, yeah.
He's got to go number 1 next year.
He's got to go number 1, man. Vishnu would tear up.
He would. He absolutely would. What are some other gods that we can rate?
What about we got all the Greek and Roman gods.
Oh, they're sick. They're fucking unreal gods.
Yeah, we could have. I think we could. I want to get back into religion.
Yeah.
I'm going to be like born again, but sort of as like a big Zeus guy.
A pagan.
Yeah.
Guys do that.
Do they?
Yeah, autistic sort of like furry type kind of guys.
Yeah,
they're like. Right. I think they worship I think maybe it's more the Norse gods than the Roman ones, but
Norse is back, isn't it?
Yeah, they love it.
A lot of Norse stuff.
Yeah, the paganism.
Yeah. Did you see that video of this guy why do I have to fucking see all these videos? But this guy he's on top of this.
Don't act like it's a chore.
It's not
you
a
love
chore.
it.
It's a great joy in life to bear witness to this shit. But it's like everyone's like. It's like, oh, I'm a tough guy, and like they look like Norse guy, and he's holding 2 axes, and he's sort of 10 meters up on this mountain thing, and he holds the axes and then dives like head first, belly flops, holding axes into this river.
Sick cunt.
And it's like, and everyone's like, man, what's stopping you from doing this? Everyone's like busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's just like, yeah, sick, man. That's pimp.
Yeah.
That's boss. Oh, yeah, I've been getting a lot of videos lately of like a guy showing you the strength of like shields and stuff from the Viking era, like.
Oh, I like that kind of stuff.
The damage a longbow could do.
Yeah. I watched that one where they're like, let's see if this longbow really could pierce armor back in the 100 Years War times.
Yeah.
Turns out they could, but it had to be a fucking deadly shot.
Yeah.
You had to hit the cunt fucking dead on.
He'd be like, the ridiculousness in movies when they tell the longbowman to hold.
Yeah.
And it's like, he's like straining. It's impressive stuff.
Yeah, I like the guy that, like, today in 2023 is a expert in shooting the English longbow.
Yeah.
That's a sick thing to be an expert in.
We need to,
remember our history.
These skills will die.
Yeah, they will.
And I can't explain how important it is that we have at least
Some guy
15 guys on TikTok that still possess the skill to fire a longbow.
Yeah. If the world ended, I'd want to marry a woman that could shoot a bow and arrow with her legs.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be so fucking sick in like a post-apocalyptic sort of like Mad Max world.
Any reason for the legs? Just hornier?
Yeah, she can still jack me off while she's doing it.
Yeah, that would be so handy.
Well, no, 'cause if she can shoot it with her legs, then she definitely could shoot it with her arms as well.
Yeah, you'd have to think.
So that she could shoot two bows, and while I'm chilling. Yeah.
You're just.
Well, no, I'm looking after the house.
Yeah, you're doing stock take of the beans and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. She's out shooting, two pigs at once, or like a deer and a fucking whatever, and I'm back home. I'm looking after the kids. I'm keeping the house clean.
Yeah, sort of keeping an eye out for raiders.
Exactly.
You're like, oh, there's one over there, babe.
Yeah.
Take your shoes off.
I've got one hand on the bell rope at all times, and I ring the little bell every time something scares me.
Yeah, take the shoes off, get the bow.
She walks out on her hands.
You just sort of, you got a thing for a contortionist type chick.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing too. I could put her in my bum bag while I went, if I needed to hide her, fold her up. Get in there.
Yeah, get in, quickly. Yeah, that would be so handy. You're right.
Yeah.
I haven't even thought of that. I'm such an
Well, that's
idiot
where, that's where I worry about you, Tim. You don't think about these things.
Yeah. I'm just getting Dyer for Christmas. You're going to love this.
It's a bow and arrow that's specifically designed for feet.
What do you think? You can't say it's not an awesome gift.
It's thoughtful.
It's thoughtful, and it comes with a lot of homework on your end.
Start stretching, babe.
Yeah, I know you've never really showed any sort of natural inclination to sort of ranged weaponry.
Yeah, or yoga or
yeah, you're gonna really love this.
Yeah. Do you reckon Vishnu invented shooting a bow and arrow with your feet? You'd think he wouldn't need to.
He's got so many arms.
Yeah.
Yeah. I reckon
I was just thinking,
he
yoga.
a few other things, you know what I mean, with all them arms.
Yeah, the things you could do.
The things you could fucking get up to, man.
The fucking emails you could pump out.
Oh, man.
Could you imagine?
Emails, one hand scrolling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One hand.
Yeah, doing whatever.
Well, you could think about all the things that you could do with a hand.
That's it.
Fucking
times that by 8, 9, 10. I don't know how many he's got, but he's got a few.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we could. And then what about? So we got the Greek gods and stuff.
Yeah. So that's like Zeus, Apollo.
Yeah.
Was he a god, or was he just a boxer from Rocky?
I think he's one of the. I think he maybe is Zeus's son, maybe.
Oh,
way, we're not looking into this.
Yeah. Because the Greek gods, they're basically the same gods as the Romans.
Yeah,
the Romans
a
just
bit
ripped
of
them
crossover.
off. Yeah.
Got a god of war. Got a
Aphrodite.
Aphrodite, you got the chick gods, Venus.
Yeah, love the chick gods.
The goddesses.
That's the problem with the big three.
That's the problem with
There's no chick gods. All the gods are fucking gods just a dude.
We used to have great sort of, bit of gender diversity with the gods.
Yeah, 100%.
That fell off.
Fell off hard. I would love a chick god. Imagine a sexy god.
Yeah.
Go to church every day or every Sunday and pray to some fucking hot babe.
Well, the problem is, in my eyes, every woman's a goddess. So I'm seeing plenty of female gods, dude.
Church of Hewy.
That's the Church of Hewy. Look after our goddesses, look after our divas, look after our queens.
Yeah.
Every single one of you.
Yeah.
You should be worshipped in my book, ladies.
Hear that?
Hear that?
That goes for the fellas too.
That
worship your ladies.
Worship your queens. And that's church right there. Read your book. Yeah, it's really important. But I was thinking this.
Yep, shoot.
On Feed and Brah.
I fucking love this new setup, man. I don't know. I don't know how much the cameras can see up my fucking jocks right now, but I am fucking kicking.
I'm seeing enough skin up here, man. I'm seeing enough skin on the monitor to really like what I'm seeing.
Yeah, beautiful. This will get a few fucking clicks through, mate.
Oh, yeah. It is 30 degrees today, by the way. So that the legs are out.
That's why there's so much leg in frame.
And as we often say, if you got a Ferrari, don't leave it in the garage.
Exactly.
Get the pins out.
Get them out.
Have a look. Soak it in. We go and we bring back Egyptian gods.
Oh,
we start worshipping Ra.
Osiris. Ra. Yeah, that's sick. And our song to worship Ra goes, Ra, Ra, Umana.
Yeah. It's the sun god Ra.
Bad job at Ra, man.
Yeah, he is really important to us.
Yeah.
Because the sun is real.
100%. That's
that one really tracks for me. Why you'd be like this fucking thing.
This fucking thing, and whatever that is, that's fucking God there, bro.
It's fucking pretty important to us. It's right up there for us as to what's handy.
Yeah. I think we should become like some kind of Egyptian sort of church, podcast.
Yeah,
who worships the sun.
Yeah, and that's maybe that gets so big through us.
Yeah,
I think we're the right ones to get this thing kicked back off.
Oh, big time.
And I just think that would sort out all these troubles that seem to always pop up in the Middle East.
Yeah.
We all go back to just worshipping Ra and stuff. And,
yeah.
And then everyone can get along. It's like, hey,
chill out.
We all fucking love the sun.
Hey, everyone, stop. Have a look at this.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, it's like a big fucking dog guy.
Yeah, but it means this thing, the big
sun.
fucking hot thing up here. Isn't it good?
It's good.
It's good, isn't it? And all right, now stop fighting.
Yeah, now
cut it out. Chill out.
And welcome your new pharaohs, Hewy and Zack. And it's pretty chill.
Yeah, and that's it. Like that's how peace in the Middle East comes about. We just go over there, we tell them to be chill.
We go over there, we get in the pyramids, we do sort of the mummy stuff. Like, we resurrect, I don't know.
Well, we clear them out.
Yeah, some big scarab beetle guy.
Yeah.
And
we get in those pyramids and proper give them a scrub.
We give them a fucking...
Take all that old shit out.
Look over, see whatever.
Do it up podcast style.
We have a podcast studio in the
right
pyramids.
Right at the fucking tip of the cunt.
And the local peoples and communities couldn't be happier.
Yeah.
They couldn't be happier.
They love that we're potting.
They're like, oh, yeah, they've put a roadcaster in King Tut's mouth as a show of respect. And they're just potting away about types of fellas. But they're in the fucking
King
pyramid
Tut.
Giza. Yeah.
King Toilet.
Yeah. King Tut. He loved the Tut, man?
Yeah.
Fucking on there all the time, dude.
Yeah, he sniffed his life away.
Yeah, King Tut. Fucking, I'm trying to get a King Root, man.
King Root and Carmen.
King Root and Carmen, dude. That's me. Yeah, I think there's plenty of exciting stuff to happen in that world. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There's heaps of them. It's the thing about gods. When you really crack the surface, there's heaps.
Well, it's like fellas that are chicks.
Yeah.
You know, you there's the
It's
ones
like
you can
fellas.
think of, and then there's all the ones you can't.
Yeah. That's that. Our type of fella of this week we got there. It is all the gods.
Yeah.
And there's heaps of them. And they're all awesome.
And we haven't found one for us
No.
just yet. None of them have really clicked with me, you know.
Yeah.
Like the Christian God, he's a bit of, you know, well, we've been over that.
Basic, dude.
But he's basic as shit.
Basic. We all know it.
The rules are boring. Like, don't kill anyone. Obviously, I'm not going to fucking kill anyone. Don't steal.
Don't have time for
well, I will if I have to.
Yeah.
Don't root someone else's wife. Well, what if he's not rooting her good
Yeah.
and she wants me to root her?
Moses never had to go through a Woolworths self-serve checkout
Nah.
with prices gone through the roof.
100%. Yeah.
That'd
I'd rather part the fucking Red Sea any day, brother.
That'd fucking test your metal, mate. that'd test your your tablet.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah.
That'd put your tablet to the limit, mate.
You go buy a box of cereal that's twice the cost it was last year and half the size. Moses.
Pack of Smiths, fucking $7.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Go back and tell the burning bush that one, man.
Yeah, and make sure you let him know how much fucking air is included in the bag of chips.
That would be sort of like
Fuck Moses.
fuck Moses, man. Just a little voice of God shit. That if Moses could see that shit going on, saying thou shalt not steal, and seeing these prices at Woolies and Coles, that would be sort of his moment of when Jesus went in and they were banking on Sunday.
Yeah, yeah.
And he fucking flipped his lid.
Yeah.
That's what he'd go in there. He'd go nuts.
Well, he would, because he would go in under the auspices, like he would hear about us stealing, right? He'd be like, well, these people, they're all stealing from Woolies and Coles. Goes in, and then the big revelation is Coles and Woolies are stealing from us.
Oh, yeah. Exactly, man.
So they're the ones that need to be smited.
Yeah. And that would be good.
That would be good.
That would be so, and we, he comes to punish us, and we go, we're merely vessels of your word. I can't explain a podcast to you, but just know that on this thing called a podcast, we are always talking about God.
Yeah,
in a good way, but in a way that we're,
Yeah, well,
a couple of
any
doubting
publicity
Thomases.
is good publicity, God. So
Yeah.
We're still keeping your name alive. We discuss you a lot. We love to discuss your followers.
Yeah.
So we're helping.
I wonder what God would think when he looks at Christian TikTok. He's like, thank you.
And he's like, yes, this is perfect. You've absolutely nailed it. This is
women.
the world I envisioned.
Yeah. Confessions of preachers' wives. Did you see that one? I sent you that one.
No.
It's all them like dancing like, dun, dun, I believe in the sun. I'll find it.
All right. We haven't got Bluetooth this time.
That's all right. I'll just play it through the fucking...
Yeah, it's just a music one.
Yeah, I mean, it really adds to it when you see that they all...
We have to remember to... Anything you play...
we got to post it.
Yeah, send to me or send to the Feed and Bar account or just post it.
Yeah. I know.
Because these people, they go fucking wild when we discuss something.
Yeah.
Which I understand.
Well, people requested that one of the guy eating out the cake, and then I don't think they were...
Yeah, careful what you fucking wish for.
Careful what you wish for, you know what I mean? Yeah.
But we found you've sent me an even better guy than that. That latest guy is
he's got to go up.
next level because he's like good at it in the sense that the production quality is great.
Too high production.
The edits are great.
It's really scary.
And but like the content is just absolutely fucking diabolical
evil.
bad.
Evil stuff, really.
Yeah, and because we've spent a lot of this episode discussing God, but obviously Satan deserves a mention, and he is very present in a lot of the videos that we watch as well.
That's it. You've just got to be so careful. Okay, here we go. When one song represents your entire pastor wifey personality.
God. This is not what Soulja Boy would have wanted.
Yeah. How dare you? Soulja Boy, his words alone are very biblical. They don't need to be edited.
Well, yeah, if you were to ask Soulja Boy, he would probably tell you that he wrote the Bible.
Yeah.
And who are we to say that
Yeah.
he did not?
Yeah. The pastor wifey stuff is awesome.
Yeah.
They all look the same. They all have very wide eyes.
Yeah, that real, like crazed sort of look.
It's awesome when, like, crazy American white women are always doing the, like, gangster thing. They all have this same face that's like...
Yeah, yeah.
They, like, pull their lips down and it's kind of like duck face, but, like, we're hardcore.
Yeah, we're gangster. We also hate and are terrified of black people, but we're gangster.
Yeah. Me, I'm listening to gangster rap at the farmer's market. Get my hair in a ponytail and fucking deal with it. And if I see anyone of colour, I will shoot them on sight and call the police. If there's someone on my street that's not white, I'm freaking the fuck out.
No, I am calling the authorities immediately.
Yeah, you simply must. You simply must. We found. I mean, we don't want to fucking just go over it all with horny guys, but yeah.
There's too many. That's
so
the
many.
thing. Like we discuss a few, and that leads us to watching a few more of the videos, and that the algorithm takes that to mean, oh, you want every fucking desperately horny psychopath in the world piped straight onto your feed,
And you're like, yes.
yeah. And I would be lying if I said no.
Now that I'm seeing more of them, I remember when we first started discussing them, you sort of mentioned something that I didn't quite understand. And that is like whatever they've done with that filter that makes the eyes super blue. I now see these guys with and they're so blued up or whatever the filter is. They also have tats. Yeah. And their tats go like a crazy color.
Yeah.
They look like they're glowing.
Yeah.
Like glowing.
Yeah. I think that's another thing I haven't mentioned on this podcast yet, but I want to let it be known now. I think... blokes with blue eyes should all be arrested.
Yeah, fucking oath.
Yeah, keep them in your head.
Yeah,
they think it's like especially like in a lot of these horny videos. If the guy happens to have blue eyes and then they put the effect on, that's the fucking infinity stones to those cunts. They're like, I am the most powerful person in the world. Look at my eyes.
Yeah,
and they're like all bug-eyed, like that big. I posted a guy last week, the big. Sort of the tattered cowboy he is.
Yeah.
And he's got like the big fucking...
Yeah.
But nothing's as diabolical as like this Polish cunt that you sent me.
Oh, that one just then. No, which one is that?
The one you sent it through the Freedom, like the Brah thing.
Yeah.
I think he's Polish because all his comments are like Polish or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you get the one of the guy that's like, here he is, the number one, the noise over it is like, the number one bull rider. Mm. And he's like jacked his legs into his truck. So he's got this huge fucking F-150 pickup. And he's like doing like a prone bridge. And he's got like bull riding gloves on, shirt off. And he's got a fucking hula hoop.
Oh, yeah, no, you did.
And he's grinding. And I mean, the comments are going crazy, but then there's also a few that are like, obviously like, but it's like so earnest, the ones that are like, some women being like, is this maybe a bit cringe?
Oh, even like the horny women are like...
But like, I mean, he looks good.
It's crazy how, like, you forget that, like we've, especially recently, we've been over the very bloke-centric podcast, but you forget how horny women can be.
Yeah. One of my favorite comments I see come up a lot on that sort of stuff is like, it's like, how'd he post a 2-hour video? As in, like, she's just watched it on repeat for so long.
That's clever.
Yeah.
That's great.
I didn't know this video was 2 hours long.
Yeah. I've never come before, but I reckon I'm close.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
It's awesome, and like it's good for us that like these women are commenting on it and like reassuring the guys that it's cool to do.
Yeah,
because then we get to see it, and I like.
Yeah,
I think it's quite a new phenomenon as well. Like this lack of shame in
that's
in
why
what blokes
that's
are
why I
posting.
think we can't move on from it because we're just living in a world.
Well, it's the
that's
fucking.
nothing's been seen like this.
It's the tip of the iceberg. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it's because so many years ago we moved away from the sun god Ra.
Exactly.
If we could get all these guys just going back to worshipping Ra, and sort of offering sacrifices and stuff.
Yeah, because they're in the dark right now.
They
need to be led back.
They're in the darkness
to the light.
They're only caring about making women horny.
Yeah.
If they could, give some of this horniness back to our gods, and let Zeus or whatever be a swan when he wants to come down and get rooted by Zeus in swan form and stuff. I know that happened a bit.
Yeah, that would be sick as.
And just let some of these horny dads. They're so horny. Let Zeus as a swan fuck these horny dads.
Yeah.
You're killing two birds with one stone.
Yeah.
You're making the gods happy.
Yeah.
And these blokes are getting some action.
Getting their nut off.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I've never been one. Like, I hope to get married one day, right? But judging on like the way the world is and my family history, I know like if I do get married eventually, I will get divorced.
That's a great way to think about things, mate.
Well, I just like, odds are if I was to get married, I would end up divorced.
Yep.
Right? I think the common stat is like 50% of marriages. I reckon I'm above that.
Yep.
But that's made me more hesitant to get married, not because I wouldn't enjoy being married or I think a divorce would be the end of me. I just don't
cry because it's over. Smile because it happened.
Exactly. But my worst fear is becoming what I've been poking fun at for so long.
I'd like to see you just skip the whole marriage element
and just go straight to
into doing these horny videos.
Yeah. Well, it's tempting to try and satirize it, but you can't. It can't be satirized because it's too ridiculous.
Can I give you an idea?
Yeah.
Well, when you're working next on the gardens,
yeah,
you shirt off.
Yeah.
Ladies are interested. You've got a big trimmer, and you're trimming away, and you go, any of your ladies need your bush looked after.
Yeah. But it's like slow mo, and then in between it's cutting to me like fucking a rake on the ground and shit, like that guy's videos. I love the one where
just like you leaf blower as your dick, just pushing out.
I love the one, and it's in a lot of these guys' videos, and we will post this one because this is like ridiculous. But there's always one where they're like thrusting into the floor, but they've got like one leg. Like out behind them. Who's rooting like that? Throwing that leg back as a counterweight or something. That's interesting to say the least.
Yeah. I mean, it's great. You when you start, because I might even make you do this video. I think it's so good. But yeah, the thing you got to get really good at is like sort of being able to like grind and dance like Beyonce.
Yeah.
Apparently these fellas think like that is...
Yeah, there's a lot of emphasis on the hips.
Hips are big. Hips are back.
Which, I mean, Elvis kind of told us way back in the day. Like, he sort of brought, like, hips back into the fold.
Back into vogue.
Yeah. But, I mean, these days, well, there's a fucking bloke hula hooping.
Yeah.
That's all hips.
I'll post this hula hoop video. It's fucking good.
Yeah.
But, I mean... Yeah, we've got through a few different types of guys.
Oh, yeah. Both fucking mortal and godlike.
Yeah, and I think we did some really exciting work.
I think we did.
With the types of fellas who are gods.
Yeah.
And, maybe don't snip some of these certain bits and show them to people in certain areas of the world because it's all satire, parody.
Yeah, and we share. At the end of the day, we're pretty good blokes.
Yeah. And just, believe in yourself and believe in whatever you want to believe. And we think they're all awesome.
Yeah, believe in yourself, believe in whatever God that you want to believe in.
You want to believe
but
in.
Just know
Sun God Ra is back.
Exactly.
In an awesome big way.
And is the true God of us all.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the only one.
Yeah. Well,
so stop all your little fucking fighting and your little bickering.
Yeah. Just know it's 30 degrees outside today, man. I think I know who did that. I think I know who's shining pretty fucking
It wasn't
bright
fucking
today.
Zeus, mate.
Yeah. I'll tell you that right now. You got anything to plug, mate?
No. Nothing going on, mate.
Nothing going on.
No, just keep listening to the podcast.
Keep listening to the pod. Tell your friends. Follow Zack on Instagram and TikTok because he has a very exciting TikTok about to drop.
Yeah.
If you want to get horned off your head. If you like lawn maintenance, abs, and grinding, my Lord, something exciting's coming.
Don't show it to your mum or your missus.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Got a couple weeks left of Cooper's In comedy, Crab Lab Christmas show, and follow us on social media, all that stuff.
Sweet as. Thanks for listening, everybody. Until next week.
Keep 'em up.